the heavy focus we have on young women and the different ways, approaches and strategies that we employ to ensure that the voices of young women are at the center of everything we do. We try to ensure that young women are not just statistics in the program, that they are really participating meaningfully, that they are making impact, that they are leading. We also look at different diversities. So we work with young women in all their diversities. So you'll find our program has a special focus on young women who have disabilities, who also suffer a lot of discrimination and inclusion. We work with young women who are facing situations of displacement, who are also discriminated and excluded from a lot of things. In relation to the theme of the International Women's Day, is that, you know, we feel like that theme really supports our work, and we have a lot to offer in terms of sharing our work, sharing good examples of how inclusion should happen. We live in patriarchal societies where women generally are not heard, and they don't have a lot of voice in whatever happens. And so when you look at young women specifically, then you see an additional layer of exclusion and marginalization. SRHR, or sexual reproductive health and rights, is a topic that is considered taboo in a lot of communities and societies, including where we work with We Lead. And so when we see young women coming up with creative ways of tackling a taboo topic. So I'll give an example from the Middle East and North Africa, where because of cultural and religious aspects, it's not easy to start conversations about sexuality even. And so what they have done, they have turned that around, picked all the myths around sexuality and sexual rights, and used those to create positive conversations about SRHR. If we lived in an ideal world, we would not even have We Lead, because it would mean that young women are enjoying their rights, their dignity, they are not oppressed, they are not facing violence, they are not facing discrimination. We don't have things like femicide, which is something that you are very well aware of, especially in our context in Kenya, where just because you were born a woman, people feel you have no right to exist, or you should exist in their terms, you know. And so for me, if I was to change the world, young women should not exist on anyone's term. The fact that you are born human, you are entitled to your human rights, and you shouldn't have to fight for you to have your dignity as a young woman.
For women,
we are supporting young women to create change, because I think the future belongs to the young women. And to say that in my experience working with this group of people, I feel like they are the ones who are going to create the change that we are looking for. They are young, they are bold, they are energetic, they are pushing the boundaries, they are innovative, and so it's only befitting that we give them the opportunity to take up the space and create the change.